This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a gorgeous website or an online store. Let's just stop shopping mindlessly now, shall we? Just stop it. Because like every winter of every year, we're getting absolutely bombarded online with things to buy and things that often like make us go mad with cravings, you know what I mean? Like sequin dresses and puffy jackets and moody tableware to create a perfectly atmospheric dinner party with. But I'm having none of it. I'm not like investing in any of the short-lived trends that are bound to make me bored or make me like cringe next season already. Instead, I'm going back to basics this winter. That's right, like I'm in the mood for like to scale back, to like return to my core style and core taste, and only invest in things that are like timeless, classic, and will make me excited for years and years to come. So fashion, homeware, furniture, accessories. Let's take a look at the things that are like trendy now, sure, but will also look perfectly modern and chic like a decade down the line. So what is a timeless trend worth investing in? Well, according to me, it's a combination of an item being both beautiful, practical, comfortable, and sustainable. Those are like the criteria for like a good investment, if you ask me. One good way to look at trends, I think, is like whenever something is everywhere, to just like ask ourselves where this trend was 2 years ago. Like how would I have felt about seeing this trend in a photo 2 years previously? And if you would have hated it 2 years ago, chances are you would probably hate it again 2 years from now. On the other hand, if you would gladly have dressed in or decorated your home with this item 2 years ago, it probably means that it's like not a short-lived trend, but an aesthetic that's quite timeless. Take the pleated skirt, for example. It's so hot right now, especially like pleated mini skirts, but pleated minis and maxis too. And like the hottest way to wear the pleated midi right now is of course over a pair of trousers or jeans, or indeed on top of another skirt, like a puffy tulle skirt, for example. But rewind 2 years or 5 years, or even 10 years for that matter, and where was the pleated skirt then? Well, it was right there, on the runway, in magazines, on Instagram, because the pleated skirt, it cannot die. We will always crave it every autumn, every winter. And if you have both a pleated mini and a pleated midi skirt in like a neutral color, you will have a classic that's like easy to style, easy to adapt to the current trend, and that you will feel excited to dig out from your wardrobe every single autumn, winter, no matter what the current trends are saying. Timeless, truly, and absolutely safe to invest in. My favorite neutral colors for a pleated skirt is beige and navy. Those are the two winners in my wardrobe. Beautiful, practical, comfortable, and sustainable, since you really ever need to buy one and keep it forever. Navy more so than beige though, because beige, well, it's dangerous for us clumsy eaters. Another item that stands the 2, 5, or even 10-year test is the clunky boot. Low top or high top, they're like both good in my book. And of course, they're like the #1 model to go for if you want timeless and classic and high quality. It's the Docs, of course. And like the beautiful thing about Doc Martens is that they have a vegan range, like really high quality, really beautiful. I had a pair of high top shiny purple Docs back in my more madcap maximalist health goth era, but I've lost them in one of my 15 moves since then. So I also have a pair of the shiny blue low tops, which are great. It's just that like this particular pair, they're so uncomfortable that I kind of don't feel like wearing them, which is a shame since like the high tops, they were so incredibly comfortable, like wearing a pair of socks really. David has the vegan low tops in black and the Chelsea boots in red and the matching red backpack, which he has had for like years and used to such a ridiculous amount that I can really vouch for the quality on that one. But now I'm eyeing the vegan black platform boots. What do you think? Both contemporary and timeless. But I want to ask you, anyone know about the comfortable level of these? Because I want them to be like, every day walking around London for 4 hours straight type of comfortable. Another thing David and I are looking to invest in, but slowly and carefully, are some new furniture. And when I say new, I actually mean old, because we only want to get vintage furniture. So we are taking our time, looking around and investing slowly. Because truth is, our flat is already nice and comfortable. It's like more about slowly refining it than what it is about buying something new just because we absolutely need to, you know? The one thing that I'm most eager to invest in is a vintage desk for my study. The one that I have now is actually just like a simple and very affordable one that we bought during lockdown, because we realized that it would be good to be able to work in different rooms and get away from each other a little bit during the day, you know? So it was like a quick and easy buy. It was not meant to be a forever desk. So instead of this simple white one, I want a vintage desk, probably in teak wood, because honestly, it's the most timeless wood for like Scandinavian design classics. And there's so much of it on the market for vintage furniture, at least in Sweden. And like here in London, at like the trendier flea markets, you can find it. I want a desk with drawers. That's like the most important thing. And also, I of course wanted to look a bit distinguished, like the desk of an acclaimed novelist, you know? Nothing beats vintage furniture for this. And also cheap, sustainable, beautiful, timeless, gorgeous quality. And for timeless aesthetic, I think nothing beats modern, like 50s and 60s Scandinavian, if you ask me. A trend that's just been through the roof in hotness lately is the huge earrings trend. And I'm happy to report this is one that's like beyond safe to invest in my opinion. You know how I feel about my little vintage jewelry collection. And for me, the pinnacle of elegance and uniqueness will always be the statement earring. It doesn't matter whatever else is on trend or however else anyone else is dressing, you will always be able to like show up at a classy event in an all black outfit and a pair of statement earrings and like look better than more or less anyone there. They will elevate any outfit. They are infinitely stylable, and they are that like magical thing, that small little finishing touch that takes a simple outfit from like basic and boring to the highest form of like style and elegance. So my opinion is this: for vintage jewelry, to make sure to invest in something timeless that even if it's like a bold statement piece, it won't feel dated and out of trend in a year or two. So to do this, my advice is to go for like the safest era of jewelry history, the 80s and 90s. Bold but extremely classy. In the 80s, they were heavily influenced by Art Deco, but like a modernized version of Art Deco, which is like the 20s. So, you know, the 20s being another timeless classic era. And then the 90s jewelry is like an even more refined and pair-backed continuation of the 80s style. So my vintage Lanvin necklace earring set, for example, very Art Deco inspired, looks like the 20s, but in an 80s modernized version. Gorgeous, no? I mean, I am a minimalist. I don't like to own a lot of stuff, but there are exceptions. There are 4 things where I definitely feel like joy in curating my own little collection. I've already mentioned the vintage jewelry, for example, and I also love buying books, glassware, and one of my favorites, vintage candle holders. I mean, a collection is like an exaggeration. It's more like a little cluster of them over there. And this is a trend, beautiful candle holders, whether Victorian Gothic dramatic in like brass or 80s light and chic in ceramic or glass. It's so incredibly hot right now, and like the lit candle trend is not going anywhere at all. The attitude towards candles, according to current trends, is like the more the merrier, really, and the more glam, the better. So you know I have my vintage 80s side table that I love, and where I have like created almost like a kind of altar with my steadily growing candle collection, and then like some fresh flowers and a few beautiful books, and that's it. So the beauty of these candles is that the Itala collection, you know, the bubbly glass ones, they're all gifted to me by different relatives of mine and David's. So all these like used to be in the homes of a family member. And we also have a small collection of brass, again, all gifted to me by different relatives of ours. Isn't that special? And also, I mean, like, this type of decor is extremely timeless and like extremely affordable if you want to get them vintage. And our candle holders, can I just say, I think that like combined, they make our flat probably around 80% prettier. Without candles, there can't be life. Hardcore trending right now, belts. all kinds of belts, but perhaps most of all, like the tiny black waist belt to like cinch the waist of blazers and skirts and dresses. Very classy, very Saint Laurent, very going like with the huge earrings and pleated skirts. But even more so with another super trend, the pencil skirt. Again, the good thing about belts is that they're so easy to find in a classic timeless design that will keep you going for decades. One thin black one wide manly, maybe braided one, and perhaps like a funky statement one in canvas or with fun details. That's all you ever really need like for life. And I got really lucky with my skinny belt. I got this one coming with a skirt that I bought years ago. It didn't actually look very nice on the skirt, so I wasn't impressed at first. But once I took it off and like styled it with my other clothes, I was like, oh, it's actually quite perfect. It's timeless, it's chic. So this season, I've dusted it off and been wearing it, especially with like blazers, but also to like cinch baggy shirts or as a detail in like high-waisted trousers. Again, let's go vegan here though. Recommendations for vegan belts would be good if you have any. Otherwise, of course, I'm a broken record here, but vintage is the way to go to ensure both quality and sustainability, and come on, hello, affordability too. But okay, my friends, how are we feeling? I hope this was a little reminder to not go like trend crazy, but to keep in mind longevity and buying timeless and classic enough for it to be an investment, not a waste of money. Any of these items on your radar, like any trends that you are investing in? Or did I miss anything? Tell me what you're investing in this winter. And you know what? Making these videos are so incredibly satisfying for me, because the thing is, the more years go by that I have been keeping this like minimalist approach, carefully investing in only timeless and classic, but still bold pieces, the more I realize that I already have almost everything I need to style the season's trends. The only thing I'm investing in is a new desk, you know, or an old desk, a vintage one. Otherwise, I think I have everything I need already at home. Good feeling. The strategy seems to be working. Hope you're feeling the same way, that you're like slowly collecting basics and statement pieces that will last you like your whole life really, rather than, you know, buying poor quality, cheap stuff that will bore you after wearing it 4 times. This is a long game. We need patience and cleverness to pull it off. So tell me how you're doing and if you're proud of your little collections or if you need like a new approach to your shopping. We're all here to like cheer each other on, aren't we? So give me a like if you want me to make more of these like trend report, anti-consumerism, minimalism videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, why don't you? Thanks so much for keeping me on my toes and reminding me to like not fall for these quick trends and like bad shopping. And I hope to see you next week already. Now, do you want to create a stunning website or launch your own blog? Squarespace has you covered with its latest innovations. First up, let's talk about their new design intelligence. Combining 20 years of design expertise with cutting-edge AI, this tool helps you unlock your creative potential, building a personalized, one-of-a-kind website that fits your needs. Squarespace also makes running an online store easier with Squarespace Payments. Onboarding is fast and you can like start accepting payments in just a few minutes. Plus, it supports various popular payment options like Klarna, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and others, giving your customers payment flexibility. And for seamless social media integration, Squarespace allows you to connect your social media accounts in just a few clicks, whether you're embedding a feed or syncing your products directly to Instagram or Facebook. It's an effortless way to expand your reach and like keep everything in sync. So what are you waiting for? Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/chillimustard to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Okay, loves, thank you so much for watching today and see you soon. Bye bye bye.